Fear threatens to tear the settlement apart. Path have all gone dark. Beyond our walls, a calamity unfolds. Our world's fragmenting. Settlements are wrenched in two. And behind it all, once again, Gigacorp.
Hello to everyone. I hope you are all well. Today we are going to talk about the last update. As usual, the message on Discord coming from the developers was not necessarily very explicit for everyone, so we will detail all this and end with the most important. So for starters, from now on you won't be able to join solo assault or aircraft coordination when you are in a rally. You will get a message that warns you that you have to leave your rallies first. This is a good thing because many of you miss your daily rallies to get tactical guides because of this. The second change is to the reservoir raid event. Before, we couldn't join the event if we had injured troops in the hospital. Now that's over. We will still be able to participate in the event. But if you have 1 million soldiers and you join the fight with 100,000 soldiers in the hospital, you can only fight with 900,000 soldiers. You will still have to follow the rules about reinforcements and troops hidden in the blast shelter. Regarding the gift alliances, it is when players in your alliance buy, all alliances receive a gift. Before, you needed 100 gifts for the Claim All button to appear. Now it will be from 40 gifts. In my opinion, it is unnecessary and it should be like the rally gifts. The button should be there all the time. About hero fragments. The difference is that before, when you wanted to trade your general hero fragments for a hero to level up, the only limit was the number of fragments you had. Now you will not be able to trade more than you need to max out or finish maxing out a hero. And finally, let's talk about this thing that is causing a lot of talk. The Age of Outbreach. It is a kind of event that will be tested in the states 1 to 18 and the states 417 to 444. These states will normally be matched together in the next state and alliance events like SVS, Reservoir Raid, a certain heist, etc. If we believe the in-game mail sent by the developers in the states concerned, this event will take place on September 26th. The states that will receive this event will unlock the Generation 12 of heroes that contain Cody, Ram and Lori. It seems that even the states 417 to 444 will receive this new generation while they have just unlocked the Generation 11. But the main problem with this is that players from states 1 to 18 will have already had time to maximize Generation 11 heroes while younger states will not. To compensate for this, the developers want to test a swap system. It's a complicated system that I'll try to explain to you as clearly as possible. Let's imagine that a player A has maxed out Hank from Generation 8, so he used 1200 fragment. I think that the developers will not take into account the 10 fragments to unlock the heroes. Let's imagine that he used 600 fragment on Derek of Generation 9. And to finish, he already used 600 fragment on Laura of Generation 10. The fragments used on Hank will determine the maximum number of fragments you can receive for Derek. The ratio is 1 for 1, so you will receive 1200 fragments from Derek. Player A has already used 600 of the 1200 fragment to maximize it. So the extra 600 Derek's fragment will be set aside and processed later. The fragments used on Generation 9 are transformed into fragment of Generation 10 in a ratio of 0.9 for 1. So 90% of 600 gives us 540 Laura's fragment. Concerning the fragments used on the Generation 10 are transformed into fragment of Generation 11 in a ratio of 0.8 for 1. So 80% of 600 gives us 480 fragment for Kyle. We had put some of Derek's fragments aside. We are not sure what will happen. But it seems that these fragments will be transformed into fragments of the last generation available. But as Generation 12 will be unlocked just before, I don't know yet if you will receive Generation 12 or 11 fragments. This update, if it works well, will be extended to more states. But I am not sure of the usefulness of this function. It will only allow to catch up the generation delay, but not the delay of research and the number of troops. Tell us what you think in comments. On that note, I'll see you soon for a new video.